Relatively little time has passed between the Russian army's major offensives on Bakhmut and Pokrovsk, yet Russia's methods of conducting the war in Ukraine have changed dramatically in that period, according to a detailed report by CNN. The article describes a grim, almost post-apocalyptic scene, a column of Russian soldiers moving toward Pokrovsk through thick fog, some riding motorcycles and mopeds, others packed onto the back of an old pickup truck as they slowly advance. If Russian forces managed to seize Pokrovsk, it would be the largest urban center captured by them since the fall of Bakhmut in May 2023. Much like Bakhmut, Pokrovsk has suffered extensive destruction, and although its strategic value has diminished, it has taken on powerful symbolic importance as a center of Ukrainian resistance. This symbolic weight, the report notes, is a major reason Vladimir Putin appears willing to endure extremely high costs to capture it, and why the Ukrainian military continues to defend it despite the increasingly dire circumstances. Russia has been pushing toward Pokrovsk for nearly 2 years, especially after gaining the initiative with the breakthrough in Avdiivka in early 2024. While the situations in Bakhmut and Pokrovsk may appear similar at first glance, soldiers on the front lines, along with analysts and military observers, say that Russia's operational approach today is noticeably different. These changes reflect how the nature of the war has evolved over the past 2 years. In the battle for Bakhmut, Russia relied heavily on aggressive, frontal assaults deep into urban territory. But the current offensive toward Pokrovsk focuses instead on attempting to encircle Ukrainian forces and sever their supply routes rather than capturing the city block by block. Mason Clark, director of the Defense Europe project at the Institute for the Study of War, told CNN that this shift in strategy is significant and represents a more methodical attempt to weaken Ukrainian defenses through isolation. One of the biggest factors behind this shift is the increasingly widespread and sophisticated use of drones. New technological capabilities allow drones to operate in far greater numbers and across much longer distances, expanding the danger zones on both sides and making any forward movement far more difficult. The deep reliance on drones has also pushed Russia to reduce its use of heavy armored vehicles for major breakthroughs, as those vehicles are now highly vulnerable to drone strikes. Instead, Russian assault units are increasingly turning to lighter, unconventional modes of transportation such as mopeds, buggies, and ATVs to move quickly and with less detectability. A soldier from the Ukrainian Armed Forces 129th Brigade, currently deployed near Kostiantynivka, told CNN that encountering Russians in small buggies for the first time took his unit completely by surprise. He added that it makes tactical sense, as Ukrainian forces rely heavily on drones, and lighter vehicles are harder to target. Russian assault groups have also become much smaller in size. Whereas they once consisted of 5 to 7 soldiers, most now operate in groups of only 3. According to the same Ukrainian soldier, it is now rare to encounter larger groups of Russian troops even in urban environments. These smaller teams are more challenging to track because their limited movement makes them less visible on reconnaissance drone feeds. A member of the Ukrainian drone unit Peaky Blinders confirmed that Russians often move in threes and noted that casualties among these small groups remain high, despite their attempts to adapt their tactics to survive in the drone-dominated battlefield.